Russia has discovered new life in Antarctica. Antarctica, the southernmost part of the Earth covered in eternal ice, contains some eerie findings that only add layers of intrigue to the unknown territory. On the Top Facts channel, we will show you 10 mysterious and frightening discoveries made by Russian researchers at the Earth's South Pole. Enjoy watching, and let's go. Antarctica, a vast white canvas, has proven to be a true treasure trove. Meteorites and ancient fragments of asteroids, pieces of comets that have fallen to Earth, are exceptionally visible against the pristine white background here. Antarctica is the perfect place for cosmic hunting. However, the age and origin of some meteorites discovered by Russian scientists can send shivers down your spine. One of the oldest known meteorites found in Antarctica, designated as Ali 84001 and believed to be from Mars, was chipped off the red planet during a powerful impact with another asteroid, making it particularly remarkable. There is a controversial claim about potential fossilized Martian bacteria inside it, but the fear of life beyond Earth persists, despite years of ongoing debates and research. Admit it, it's a blow to our ego to know that we are not alone in the universe, and on top of that, not even the most significant. Nevertheless, it would be foolish to deny the obvious. Why should we be alone in such a vast space? Moreover, our hypotheses about planetary microbial contamination are not absurd at all, and these findings provide more material for the science called astrobiology. Another notable meteorite discovered by Russian scientists in Antarctica formed about 470 million years ago from a massive asteroid. It broke off somewhere in the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter and traveled to Earth. The horror is that this cosmic collision in space carries a catastrophic cosmic significance of unimaginable scale. The discovery of these meteorites highlights the undeniable fact that life on Earth is intricately connected to the cosmic ballet unfolding in the vast expanse. It's truly frightening. Life on Earth is constantly threatened by unknown dangers from outer space. Descending into the dark and mysterious subglacial realm of Antarctica, we find a lake. Vostok is an ancient freshwater lake buried under more than 2 miles of solid ice, isolated from the rest of the world for over 15 million years. It holds a peculiar secret: unidentified life forms. In 2012, Russian researchers managed to drill through the thick, icy cover and reach the waters of the lake. Their goal was to search for samples that could reveal the planet's climate secrets in the past, and possibly determine whether life could exist in such extreme conditions. What they discovered far exceeded their initial expectations. The team found colonies of microbes, many of which could not be classified into any existing types. These strange organisms had evolved and survived in complete isolation and darkness, enduring extreme cold and immense pressure, an environment that would normally be considered hostile to life. This discovery raised more questions than answers and triggered additional concerns about the potential consequences of climate change as global temperatures rise. As glaciers melt, ancient unknown organisms are released, and they return to the oceans. The impact of these ancient microbes on modern ecosystems is difficult to predict, but they could potentially be catastrophic. And what if such organisms infiltrate human populations? The fantastic miniseries Andromeda Strain was based on Michael Crichton's science fiction novel The Andromeda Strain, and the possibility of such an event, where an ancient or extraterrestrial microbe causes a deadly pandemic, may seem far-fetched. However, the existence of these strange, unclassified organisms in Lake Vostok reminds us that our knowledge of life on Earth is far from perfect. At the heart of the Antarctic ice sheet, Russia operates a research station called Vostok. The intensity of radiation here is alarmingly high, reminding us of the hostile conditions that can exist on Earth and possibly on other planets. Habitability and survivability are our goals, and they do not align with the conditions of the surrounding environment. The high level of radiation at the station is primarily due to its altitude and proximity to the Earth's magnetic poles. The combination of these factors makes this location particularly vulnerable to the penetration of cosmic particles from the Sun and other celestial bodies beyond the solar system. When these high-energy particles collide with atoms in the Earth's atmosphere, they create a flux of secondary particles, leading to an increase in radiation levels. The level of radioactive radiation at the Vostok station is so high that the annual dose received by its inhabitants exceeds the recommended limit for nuclear industry workers. Prolonged exposure to high levels of radiation poses a serious health risk, including an increased risk of cancer. The most challenging aspect is to understand that the study of our planet sometimes involves efforts beyond human capabilities. And if in the future we plan manned flights to other planets and potentially habitable moons, it would be beneficial to study the effects of high doses of radiation on human health. The Vostok station, in essence, serves as a rehearsal hall for understanding the conditions that may be encountered in extraterrestrial colonies, especially on atmosphereless planets like Mars or the Moon. Additionally, the high radiation levels at the Vostok station can provide us with insights into what a post-nuclear world might face in the event of nuclear war or catastrophe. The radiation environment here may be a grim preview of the extensive consequences that parts of the world will experience in such scenarios. Antarctica is often depicted as a flat, barren desert with vast expanses of ice and snow. However, this region held an incredible discovery: a hidden mountain range lying beneath the glaciers, concealed from the outside world. Russian explorers, in collaboration with international colleagues, used radar to map the bedrock of Antarctica. During an expedition in the late 1950s, they stumbled upon a strange and unexpected topographical anomaly, a series of peaks and valleys lying deep under the ice. This mountain range is now known as the Gamburtsev subglacial mountains, which are as tall as the European Alps. They remain entirely hidden beneath the East Antarctic ice sheet and have remained unnoticed and unexplored for centuries. Notably, this mountain range is not only impressive in height, but is also considered one of the oldest mountain ranges on the planet, with an age of over 500 million years. This discovery challenges our conventional understanding of mountain formation and geology as well. Such ancient mountains should have been eroded millions of years ago, yet these mountains remain unscathed beneath the thick ice, contradicting our understanding of erosion processes. The mere existence of these mountains evokes awe. Imagine ghostly peaks hidden deep under layers of snow and perpetual ice. Using radar or seismic survey techniques, we can transform the spectral essence of these mountains into tangible outlines. However, since they cannot be seen or conquered by physical ascent, they continue to be shrouded in scientific fascination and the fear of the unknown, cloaked in an aura of fantasy. The geological history of Earth is still full of mysteries, as none of us were there to witness it. We can only make assumptions and either prove or disprove them using the latest technologies. Previously, we explored the existence of the Gamburtsev subglacial mountains, a large and ancient mountain range lying beneath the East Antarctic ice sheet. Yet the mysteries of these spectral mountains extend beyond their location. The most perplexing question is how they could have formed. According to our understanding, the creation of mountains in this location makes little geological sense. It is unusual for mountains to form in the middle of a tectonic plate. Mountain ranges typically arise along the boundaries of tectonic plates, where they collide or slide past each other. The mystery deepens as these mountains are older than the ice cover itself. They likely existed even before the formation of the Antarctic ice sheet, which dates back approximately 34 million years. However, the precise age and history of the mountains remain enigmatic, just like the unexplained processes of Earth's geological past. We still cannot explain how mountains form and how they evolve over time, underscoring our limitations in understanding the planet we inhabit. Another intriguing question pertains to the presence of liquid water in subglacial lakes and rivers. These reservoirs remain liquid due to the Earth's heat and the pressure from the overlying ice. The existence of these water bodies in such a hostile environment is both fascinating and worrisome. As they have remained isolated from the rest of the world for millions of years, they may harbor life forms that have evolved independently. One of the most astonishing visuals in Antarctica is this stream of blood-red-colored water, rich in iron salts, flowing down the ice, giving it a crimson hue. This eerie waterfall was discovered by Russian explorers in the early 20th century and presents a surreal and somewhat eerie spectacle amidst the untouched whiteness of the landscape. The waterfalls from the Taylor Glacier in East Antarctica feed a subglacial lake with high iron content, and when the iron-rich water comes into contact with the air, it oxidizes, resulting in a striking blood-like shade. This otherworldly landscape in Earth's polar desert offers a glimpse into the unique ecosystem that exists beneath the Antarctic ice and thrives in extreme conditions. In 2009, scientists discovered a variety of extremophilic microbes in the salty water of the waterfall. Organisms capable of surviving and thriving in harsh conditions unsuitable for most life forms. These microbes are completely isolated from sunlight and oxygen. They survive by using iron and sulfur in the water for their metabolism, a process known as chemosynthesis, an incredible ability to thrive in such extreme conditions. The discovery raises questions about the true potential for life on our planet, if organisms can exist in such unimaginable environments like Lake Vostok. It's somewhat unsettling to open the door to the possibility of extraterrestrial life that humanity may not be ready to embrace. Moreover, the ecosystem of the bloody waterfalls underscores the potential global consequences of climate change as temperatures rise. If the Antarctic ice were to melt, these microbes could infiltrate the world ocean. The actions of these ancient organisms in modern ecosystems remain unknown. In the east of Antarctica, Russian scientists have discovered something very strange and atypical for Earth: a terrifyingly enormous crater. The existence of this massive depression is most likely the result of a cataclysmic event that occurred millions of years ago on our planet. But the question arises, could such catastrophic events happen in the future? This gigantic subglacial crater is known as the Gav Vatna crater, stretching over 19 miles wide and is believed to have been created by the impact of a massive meteorite. Such a collision would have released energy equivalent to millions of nuclear bombs, causing massive destruction and possibly leading to significant shifts in Earth's climate. A chilling thought to contemplate. The impact of the meteorite that created the Gav Vatna crater could have caused a global catastrophe. Massive forest fires, tsunamis, and a scenario of nuclear winter, where dust and debris block out sunlight, resulting in a sudden drop in temperatures on the planet. The discovery of the Gav Vatna crater also serves as a reminder of the threat posed by near-Earth objects, asteroids and comets. Despite significant efforts to track these objects and mitigate the consequences of their visit, the risk of another impact still exists. The reservoirs in Yellowstone National Park are underground systems containing hot water and steam formed by the heat emanating from Earth's magma chamber, the central heating system of our planet. Any changes in these reservoirs can indicate alterations in deep geological processes and allow predictions of the possibility of imminent volcanic eruptions. These reservoirs of heated water play a crucial role in Yellowstone's geology. The intricate network of geysers and hot springs behaves differently as temperature and chemical composition vary. The most visible change in a hydrothermal reservoir is the increase in pressure. This can be caused by the influx of magma into the chamber, an increase in the heat released by magma, or seismic activity, creating blockages in Earth's plumbing system. Increased pressure can lead to more frequent or intense geyser eruptions. Another reason these reservoirs behave actively is that the bottom heated water dissolves minerals from the rocks. This is the mineralization of water in geysers, and it can provide us with clues about deep changes in the hydrothermal system. Sudden or significant shifts in the water's chemical composition may signal processes occurring deep within the Norris water basin. The geyser basin is a prominent example of changes in the hydrothermal reservoir, The ground level in this area has been rising rapidly in recent years, a phenomenon linked to changes in the hydrothermal reservoirs. Volcanic gas emissions tell us about the processes deep within the planet, the magmatic processes. Yellowstone National Park, an international biosphere reserve and UNESCO World Heritage Site, is the first national park in the USA and closely monitors gas emissions, especially carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide, as they are critical indicators of the state of the magmatic system. Sudden increases in these emissions can signal changes in the magmatic system and potentially indicate an impending eruption. The main gases released by Yellowstone are water vapor and carbon dioxide, with small amounts of sulfur gases, which are released as magma reaches the surface through cracks in the Earth's crust. Carbon dioxide is the second most common gas emitted by the local volcanoes, and its level can hint at changes in the entire magmatic system. Yellowstone volcano itself emits about 45000 tons of carbon dioxide daily. If this amount increases, it could indicate the rise of fresh magma. There is a connection between all major and minor events on the planet, and the melting of Antarctic ice is of great concern. Knowing that we have ice reserves that have been stored for millions of years invokes awe. But the current rate at which we are losing them is deeply worrying. The scale of human activity's impact on climate change is enormous, and the responsibility for the planet's future lies entirely with us. In the coldest place on Earth, Russian researchers are tracking the trend of global warming. The rising temperatures in West Antarctica and the Antarctic Peninsula have implications far beyond the icy continent. This poses a threat to all climate models and the myriad of life forms that inhabit the Earth. The warming trend in Antarctica is confirmed by data from multiple sources, including weather stations, satellite measurements, and ice core samples. These sources have shown a noticeable increase in temperature on the surface and below. Some areas of Antarctica have warmed by over 30 degrees Fahrenheit in the last 50 years. This rapid warming has an obvious and troubling impact on Antarctica's ice. Ice sheets are losing mass, leading to a faster rise in global sea levels. More icebergs are calving and heading into free-floating. Warming trends represent potential points of no return, tipping points that can lead to irreversible changes. For example, the potential collapse of the West Antarctic ice sheet. If it melts, the sea level, which has risen only a few meters, will inundate numerous coastal cities and displace millions of people worldwide. Furthermore, the loss of sea ice can impact krill populations, a cornerstone of the Antarctic food web. All top levels of the food chain, including whales, seals, and penguins, could be left without food. Warming in Antarctica could also lead to the release of large amounts of methane trapped in permafrost and beneath the ocean floor, creating a deadly feedback loop where further warming only accelerates global warming, leading to abrupt and unpredictable climate changes across the planet. There is something to think about, isn't there? Feel free to comment, leave a like, subscribe to the Top Facts channel, and right now, watch one of our previous episodes that appeared on your screen.